This is Dr. Carmen Smith, and welcome to the I Am Solution channel, where I talk about spiritual truths in a very simple way. I use examples, I use visuals, because I don't want anyone to be really put off by some of the complex teachings about spirituality. We're all going through an awakening right now. We're all in an evolution of love, and we're changing. We're going from ego-based, or maybe our head and thinking and overthinking, to our heart, which is more feeling and drops us into that love, peace, and calm. All the attributes of God are located in the heart. Not that our intelligence is not involved, it's just that we're not solely looking at it through the lens of competition, the other. The heart is more unified. And so in these teachings, if they're helping you, if you get inspired, please like and share, subscribe to the channel so that more people can have access to a lot of these teachings. In this video, I talk about the high vibe tribe. And the high vibe tribe is all of those individuals that have been practicing in the higher frequencies of love, unity, joy, happiness, peace, all of those things. We've been practicing that for years. And so the rest of the population might be still in fear or anger or competition or self-loathing or victimization. Those are lower frequencies. Those are destructive frequencies. And so when you've been practicing the high vibe tribe, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, meaning it doesn't have an influence on your emotions, which is energy and motion. So the high vibe tribe, being in that frequency of love, is so important. It is dropping into that space where you're in the world, but you're not of the world. It's not dictating what you think about. It's not dictating. You're not giving any energy to it. You're not giving it power. So the high vibe tribe, being a part of that, is so important. And that's what I talk about in this video. Love you. Being the high vibe tribe. And what does that mean? That means that, imagine, if you will, we are in the mind of God. And God says, I want you to be on this planet at this particular time, at this exciting moment. And we volunteered. We rose our hands up high. We didn't have hands. We were just in the thought of God. We were just energy. But imagine, if you will, that we had hands. And we were like, oh, I want to go. I want to go on this planet, and I want to bring everything to oneness. I see the polarization. I see how it's going a little wacky, but I know we have the power to do that through love, and we can create this. I want to go. I want to go. And so we volunteered to be here at this exciting time. Now, that's a paradigm shift for a lot of people, because they're like, they look at the news, they see what's going on, and they go, this is horrible. But I want to give you another way of looking at it. There are people on this planet, myself included, I'm not alone, that know that their purpose for being alive is to be on the planet at this particular time. And we're excited because for the first time, our gifts are actually being recognized. Our talents are all of a sudden vibrating with a need. And so we're on point, and we're on purpose, and we're thrilled to be here. Now, if your mind is not there yet, don't worry. You can be a part of the high vibe tribe. And no, we're not crazy. We're just in heaven. As a matter of fact, I was speaking at Unity of New York in 2019. I was about to go on the stage, and someone said, Dr. Smith, how are you doing? We haven't seen you in a couple of months. How are you doing? And I stopped and I said, I'm in heaven. And the person kind of looked at me and said, you know, I've never heard anybody respond in that way. And I said, wow. I thought to myself, and I said it a couple of days ago, I said, no, I'm not in this world. I mean, I'm in it, but I'm not of this world. And I found myself using the same language that Jesus did. He said, you're in this world, but you're not of this world. And he always talked about heaven is like, and he would always try to explain heaven. And it's like, why was he trying to explain heaven if heaven is only somewhere that you go when you cross over out of this world? And so I started to question, is he talking about heaven as if it is here and now? As a matter of fact, he said heaven is here and now. So that means that we have access to it. And so I want to explain what the high vibe tribe is, and I want to explain what heaven is, and that heaven is possible here and now. You're going, wait a minute, Carmen, have you watched the news? Have you seen all the chaos? I see it, but I'm not in it. What I am in is love. So I want to talk to you today, and I want to give you a visual too, because I'm a visual learner and I like to learn with visuals. I'd like to talk to you today about who we are and what this frequency is that activates heaven on earth. So who we are is we're God beings. You've heard that we're a child of God. As a matter of fact, the affirmation today was, I am a beloved child of God, shining with the brilliance of the universe. Now that has an energy to it. Could you tell that that was an energy frequency? That I was not only saying the words, but I was embodying what that means. That means that we are in the mind of God. We are in the love frequency. We were created in this frequency of love. We are love itself. Then we come to this planet, and like I said, we volunteered. And then we find out that, wait a minute, everything is not in that love frequency? You mean people are in competition and people see other as the other outside of themselves when we know that there's only one love, love is all there is? That's what we keep saying, but it's not present until we show up. Until we show up with that frequency.